Welcome. Today, we're diving into the world of resource allocation strategies and project management. Resource allocation is the process of assigning and managing assets in a way that supports your project's goals. Whether you're working with people, time, money, or equipment, how you distribute these resources can make or break your project's success. In this video, we'll explore key strategies, practical examples, and tips to help you allocate resources efficiently. Let's start by understanding why resource allocation is so critical in project management and how it lays the foundation for everything that follows. Before we can allocate resources, we need to know what they are. In project management, resources include people, equipment, materials, time, and budget. Each resource plays a unique role in helping you achieve your project objectives. For example, your team members bring skills and expertise, while your budget determines what tools or materials you can afford. Clearly defining your resources at the outset helps you plan more effectively and avoid surprises down the road. Let's look at how to identify and categorize your project resources. Allocating resources isn't just about dividing up what you have. It's about making strategic decisions that maximize your project's potential. Poor allocation can lead to wasted time, budget overruns, and missed deadlines. On the other hand, smart allocation ensures that every resource is used where it's needed most, boosting efficiency and helping you deliver results. Understanding the importance of resource allocation is the first step toward mastering project management. Next, we'll explore some common challenges you might face. Even the best project managers encounter challenges when allocating resources. Some of the most common issues include limited budgets, conflicting priorities, and unexpected changes in project scope. Sometimes resources are overbooked or underutilized, leading to bottlenecks or idle time. Recognizing these challenges early allows you to plan for them and develop strategies to overcome them. In the next scene, we'll discuss how to set clear priorities to guide your allocation decision. Setting clear priorities is essential for effective resource allocation. Start by identifying your project's most critical tasks and deliverables. Which activities have the biggest impact on your project's success? By ranking tasks based on importance and urgency, you can ensure that your most valuable resources are focused where they matter most. This approach helps prevent resource conflicts and keeps your project on track, even when unexpected issues arise. Work breakdown structure, or WBS, is a powerful tool for resource allocation. It involves breaking your project down into smaller, manageable tasks. By mapping out each component, you can see exactly what needs to be done and what resources are required for each step. This clarity makes it easier to assign resources efficiently and spot potential gaps or overlaps. Let's see how a WBS can streamline your allocation process. Another helpful tool is the resource allocation matrix. This matrix visually maps resources to specific tasks, making it easy to see who is responsible for what and when. By using a matrix, you can quickly identify overallocated or underutilized resources and adjust assignments as needed. This proactive approach helps keep your project balanced and running smoothly. And charts are a staple in project management for visualizing schedules and resource allocation. These charts show tasks along a timeline, making it easy to see when resources are needed and for how long. By updating your Gantt chart regularly, you can spot scheduling conflicts early and make adjustments before they become problems. Let's explore how Gantt charts support effective resource management. Critical path method, or CPM, is a technique used to identify the longest sequence of dependent tasks in a project. By focusing on the critical path, you can allocate resources to ensure these key tasks are completed on time. Delays on the critical path can impact the entire project, so it's important to monitor and support these activities closely. CPM helps you prioritize resource allocation where it matters most. Resource leveling is a strategy used to resolve overallocation or conflicts in your project schedule. It involves adjusting start and finish dates based on resource availability, ensuring that no one is overworked and that resources are used efficiently. This technique helps maintain a balanced workload and prevents burnout, leading to a more sustainable project pace. Resource smoothing is similar to leveling but focuses on optimizing resource usage without affecting the project's critical path. The goal is to avoid peaks and valleys in resource demand, creating a more consistent workload. By smoothing resources, you can improve efficiency and reduce stress on your team, all while keeping your project on schedule. Modern project management software offers powerful tools for resource allocation. These platforms allow you to track resources, assign tasks, and monitor progress in real time. With features like dashboards, notifications, and automated reports, you can quickly identify issues and make informed decisions. Leveraging technology streamlines the allocation process and helps you stay organized. Forecasting is about predicting what resources you'll need in the future. By analyzing past projects and current trends, you can estimate resource requirements and plan accordingly. Accurate forecasting helps you avoid shortages or surpluses, ensuring that your project runs smoothly from start to finish. Let's discuss some methods for effective resource forecasting. Agile project management emphasizes flexibility and adaptability. In an agile environment, resource allocation is often iterative, with resources reassigned as priorities shift. This approach allows teams to respond quickly to changes and deliver value continuously. Agile resource allocation requires strong communication and regular check-ins to ensure everyone is aligned. Waterfall approach to project management is more structured and linear. Resources are allocated at the beginning of each phase, with little room for change once the plan is set. This method works well for projects with clear requirements and predictable outcomes. However, it can be less flexible if unexpected issues arise. Understanding both agile and waterfall approaches helps you choose the right strategy for your project. Project managers often face competing demands for limited resources. Balancing these demands requires negotiation, prioritization, and sometimes compromise. By maintaining open communication with stakeholders and being transparent about constraints, you can find solutions that keep your project moving forward. Let's look at some techniques for balancing competing resource needs. Involving stakeholders in resource allocation decisions can lead to better outcomes. Stakeholders often have valuable insights into project priorities and constraints. By engaging them early and often, you can build consensus and ensure that resources are allocated in a way that supports everyone's goals. This collaborative approach also helps manage expectations and reduces the risk of conflict. Once resources are allocated, it's important to monitor how they're being used. Regular check-ins and progress reports help you spot issues early and make adjustments as needed. By tracking utilization, you can ensure that resources are being used efficiently and that your project stays on track. Let's discuss some best practices for monitoring resource use. No project goes exactly as planned. As your project progresses, you may need to adjust your resource allocations to respond to new challenges or opportunities. Being flexible and willing to reallocate resources helps you stay agile and maintain momentum. Let's look at how to make effective adjustments without disrupting your project. Resource constraints are a reality in most projects. Whether it's a limited budget, a small team, or tight deadlines, managing these constraints requires creativity and careful planning. By identifying constraints early and developing contingency plans, you can minimize their impact and keep your project on track. Cross-training your team members is a great way to increase flexibility in resource allocation. When team members have multiple skills, you can reassign tasks more easily and cover for absences or unexpected changes. This approach not only improves resource utilization but also boosts team morale and engagement. Sometimes, your internal resources aren't enough to meet project demands. Outsourcing or hiring contractors can help fill gaps and bring in specialized expertise. When considering this option, weigh the costs and benefits carefully to ensure it aligns with your project goals and budget. If you're managing several projects at once, resource allocation becomes even more complex. You'll need to coordinate schedules, avoid conflicts, and ensure that resources are shared effectively. Using portfolio management tools can help you balance competing demands and optimize resource use across all your projects. Effective communication is essential for successful resource allocation. Keeping everyone informed about resource assignments, changes, and expectations helps prevent misunderstandings and keeps your team aligned. Regular meetings, clear documentation, and open channels make a big difference in project outcomes. Every project faces risks and resource allocation is no exception. By identifying potential risks early, such as resource shortages or unexpected delays, you can develop mitigation strategies. Building buffers into your schedule and having backup resources available can help you respond quickly when issues arise. Budgeting is a key part of resource allocation. By estimating costs for each resource and tracking expenses throughout the project, you can avoid overspending and ensure that funds are available when needed. Accurate budgeting also helps you make informed decisions about where to allocate resources for maximum impact. Time is one of your most valuable resources. Using techniques like time blocking, prioritization, and scheduling can help you make the most of it. By allocating time wisely, you can ensure that critical tasks are completed on schedule and that your team isn't overwhelmed by last-minute rushes. With more teams working remotely, resource allocation has new challenges. Coordinating across time zones, managing virtual communication, and tracking progress require extra attention. Using digital tools and setting clear expectations can help remote teams stay connected and productive. Evaluating how well your resources are performing is crucial for continuous improvement. By reviewing outcomes, gathering feedback, and analyzing data, you can identify what's working and where adjustments are needed. This ongoing evaluation helps you refine your allocation strategies for future projects. Every project offers valuable lessons about resource allocation. Take time at the end of each project to reflect on what went well and what could be improved. Documenting these lessons helps you build a knowledge base that can inform future projects and lead to better outcomes over time. Resource allocation isn't a one-time task, it's an ongoing process. By embracing continuous improvement, you can adapt to changing circumstances and keep your projects running smoothly. Regularly review your allocation strategies, seek feedback, and be open to new ideas that can enhance efficiency and effectiveness. Let's look at a real-world example. In an IT project, resource allocation involved assigning developers, testers, and designers to different phases. By using a resource allocation matrix and regular check-ins, the project manager balanced workloads and met tight deadlines. This case highlights the importance of planning and flexibility in resource allocation. In a construction project, resource allocation meant coordinating workers, equipment, and materials across multiple sites. The project manager used Gantt charts and regular site meetings to ensure resources were where they were needed most. This approach minimized delays and kept the project on budget. For a marketing campaign, resource allocation involved scheduling designers, copywriters, and social media managers. By forecasting resource needs and using project management software, the team delivered creative assets on time and within budget. This example shows the value of proactive planning and communication. During a crisis, resource allocation becomes even more critical. Quick decision-making, clear priorities, and flexible resource use can help your team respond effectively. Having contingency plans in place ensures you can adapt to changing circumstances and keep your project moving forward. Ethics play a role in resource allocation too. It's important to allocate resources fairly and transparently, avoiding favoritism or bias. By following ethical guidelines, you build trust within your team and with stakeholders, creating a positive project environment. Sustainable resource allocation means considering the long-term impact of your decisions. Choose resources and methods that minimize waste and support environmental goals. Sustainable practices not only benefit the planet but can also improve your project's reputation and efficiency. Cultural differences can influence resource allocation, especially in global projects. Understanding and respecting these differences helps you allocate resources in a way that supports collaboration and avoids misunderstandings. Be mindful of cultural norms and communication styles when planning your allocations. Legal and compliance requirements can affect how you allocate resources. Make sure you understand relevant laws, regulations, and industry standards before assigning resources. Compliance helps you avoid legal issues and ensures your project meets all necessary requirements. Nonprofit organizations often face unique resource allocation challenges, such as limited funding and volunteer-based teams. Creative solutions, strong partnerships, and clear priorities are essential for making the most of available resources. Let's explore some strategies tailored for nonprofits. Startups often operate with limited resources and high uncertainty. Prioritizing key activities, leveraging technology, and building a flexible team are crucial for success. By focusing on what matters most, startups can maximize impact and adapt quickly to changing conditions. Large enterprises have more resources but also face greater complexity. Coordinating across departments, managing large budgets, and aligning with corporate strategy require robust systems and clear communication. Effective resource allocation in this context supports organizational goals and drives long-term success. Strong leadership is essential for effective resource allocation. Leaders set the vision, make tough decisions, and inspire their teams to achieve project goals. By modeling good allocation practices and supporting their teams, leaders create an environment where resources are used wisely and projects succeed. Future of resource allocation is being shaped by technology, data analytics, and changing work environments. Automation, artificial intelligence, and remote collaboration tools are making it easier to allocate resources efficiently. Staying informed about these trends helps you stay ahead and continuously improve your project management practices. Wrap up: effective resource allocation is at the heart of successful project management. By understanding your resources, setting clear priorities, using the right tools, and staying flexible, you can overcome challenges and deliver outstanding results. Remember, resource allocation is an ongoing process. Keep learning, adapting, and striving for improvement in every project you manage.